This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the... Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense will take the first swing of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. FIU pushing tempo. Make the play on third down. And here comes the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Onto the field for their first possession of the game. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Hayes. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Tulane to the line, facing second and short. Just keeps slinging it. Here's the pressure. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They turning it on. Caught near the sticks. It's Skinner. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Green Wave.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Florida International offense is back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Hold and fire complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. FIU pushing tempo. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to power their way ahead. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. The Panthers will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second.
And here comes...
Yeah, and I like teams that are aggressive. When offenses go empty and spread you out, you only got so many guys to protect your quarterback, and the linebacker comes through and hammers the quarterback and gets the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Makes the grab. It's Dawson. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. FIU will line up to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Give to the running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the running back has it. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Greenway.
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively,
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. FIU pushing tempo.
great job by the defense that time getting the sack, but no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
QB draw. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. FIU will line up to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and back to work. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Might be changing the route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Hayes. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Stop me when you've heard this before. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. Just continuing to put 1st downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
We've reached the break, and it's Tulane on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Pushes for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tulane. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hold. There's also no time to waste. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. And the Panthers in the hurry up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. FIU will line up to punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Here's the return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking left. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. 3rd and short now from their own 48. He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. The Florida International offense is back on the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Bringing the heat. Got rid of it just in time. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive...
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? FIU will line up to punt. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll take it on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. They'll start this drive going to the air. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Oh, he's got some space. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Zings it complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Might be calling a hot route. Going to swing it on second down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Let's take a minute and think about Tulane. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a baller from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. They'll fit right in.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. This one's complete. There he goes. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. FIU set up with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. FIU will line up to punt.
Now, fourth down.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points. When the great teams get touchdowns in the red area, you got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
On target to the left. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. He went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Flips it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
The Panthers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. FIU will line up to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Grab near the sticks. It's Skinner. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Touchdown, Green Wave. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Now, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Miami. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Going to the run to start this second half. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Tulane lines up on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chain. Breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wide receiver comes in motion. A hand to the running back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on the option. The pitch. Hard running there. And they not only knocked him down behind the line, they also put him back under the century mark for the day. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Complete to start this drive. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Stone. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Panthers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Turning it on! Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. A first down run on the doorstep. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Just when they're looking run, now up top. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on second down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Going for 6. Touchdown, Florida International. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The give to the right. Runs through the tackle. Got the first down and still on his feet. Give him 109 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give to Davis. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Green Wave lining up facing 3rd and long. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. This Tulane offense has a great drive going.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Fights off a defender. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the ground game. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Tulane comes to the line, lots of work to do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete. The punt team makes its way onto the field. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died. As soon as it hit the ground, beautiful job.
Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out in the end zone. He'll take the safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
And that's exactly what you call complementary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. We reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The Green Wave trying to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And they'll take a knee. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get